D. Smith. This is Clutch News, nail news that's on time with information for you to grab. We are here to discuss the hottest topics, some of the not so hot topics that should be discussed that aren't being discussed. So if you do have a question and you're a little shy, I feel like something was on my face. If you do have a question and you're a little shy, go ahead and hit my inbox. I have my all of my gadgets here so I can read it. But the biggest thing is for me is that we interact with each other, because no matter what level we're on in our career or in life, we're always able to help one another. So this is what this is for, to talk, help each other, to bring light to some of the things in the industry, so you don't think, no, I'm not crazy, you're not the only one that sees this going on. So hello, welcome. If this is your first time, let us know who you are, where you're from, what you specialize in, and make sure you share the video. Sharing is caring, and help me help us, okay? Help us. This is what we're doing over here. All right. Also, if you have not subscribed to YouTube, please go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be putting other things up outside of Clutch News, so go subscribe to that. The link is on my page. If you're watching this and it's going to be on YouTube, make sure you're commenting, and make sure you let me know that you're watching it as a replay, okay? All right. So today, the hottest topics that I have been seeing on my timeline is currently, and we do have questions. So we're doing questions and the topics. The hottest thing I've been seeing on my timeline right now is this thing called professionalism, okay? So before we start off, y'all know I like to give y'all basic definitions of professionalism, okay? Now, I want y'all to let me know what professionalism is as well. I'm going to tell y'all what Google, Webster's, and whoever else dictionary this is. Professionalism, the competence or skill expected of a professional. The practicing of an activity, especially a sport, by professional rather than amateur players. So, us in the industry, okay, and I'm going to give you some traits. Traits of being professional. Appearance. A professional is a neat appearance. Demeanor, reliability, competence, ethics, maintaining your poise, phone etiquette, and written correspondence. Those were, it said 6. That's more than 6. 6 traits of professionalism, okay? Hello to everyone that's joining. If this is your first time, let us know who you are, where you're from, what you specialize in, and make sure you share the video, okay? So welcome to Clutch News. So our first topic is professionalism. If you have questions, go ahead and type your questions, and we will answer those questions. This is not a live for you to sit and not say anything. This is engagement. So please feel free to engage. Okay, hold on. Let's hold on. Let me turn this noise on. How you turn it off? Okay, there you go. So please engage, okay? That's how we learn over here. All right, so that's professionalism. So I have seen a lot of posts talking about professionalism. And I've even seen one post. Okay, let me do it how I want to do it. Professionalism. Okay, so you guys tell me what you define as professionalism. I just gave you some traits on what Google said. Professionalism to me is everything that you do. It's everything from answering the phone to greeting the guests to how you handle situations. As such as appearance. And I did see somebody on my timeline talk about appearance. And I was actually speaking to someone else because they had asked me what are my thoughts on uniforms. I can see why uniforms are important, and I can see why they're not. Sometimes uniforms get thrown into place when the employees or whomever in the establishment has been asked to wear, i.e. all black, i.e. blue bottoms, white top, when they have been given a uniform, but not an alike uniform, like a uniform as in color, when they've been given that and they just don't do it. So now for the owner or the manager to keep whatever atmosphere or environment, they are trying to have or create. They feel like if you're not gonna do it, so let me do it. Not everybody gotta wear all black, and this is where you can get your uniforms from, okay? I do feel like as a nail professional or a beauty professional, period, that sometimes we may feel like, well, that's how I express myself. I express myself through my hair, through wearing yellow and green hair. That's how I express myself. So I do understand that. So do I think you should wear uniforms? Some type of uniformity is good, because you have to understand, if you're going for a look and aesthetic, it's always nice to have some sort of uniformity. Like, it don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't have to be everybody has on the same top. It could be a nice black t-shirt, white t-shirt with your logo on it. And not only is that saying, hey, I want you in uniform, but it's also saying, hey, I want you to wear your brand. So let's think about it. Let's think about if I have a salon full of booth rentals, not suites, but booth. So basically everybody there is their own business. But you just can't, anybody cannot come work in my establishment. That's not what I'm looking for. Because at the end of the day, if you hire just any and everybody, when something happens, it's going to come back, oh yeah, that girl D Salon, we don't want to go in there. So you would also have to think of things in that way. So no, I would not hire anybody. The people I do hire, I would say maybe, hey, so, you know, I don't care what you guys wear. I just ask that you all come up with something in uniformity. Whether you all wear a black shirt with your brand on the left-hand side or the right-hand side. So I'm pushing you to promote your brand. Hold on, y'all. Hello. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Sorry, I had to take that call. Okay, so not only am I pushing you to promote your brand, but I am going for a certain aesthetic, a certain environment, a certain look. So that's one thing. Okay, so that's professionalism. But the professionalism I think most people talk about is how you handle situations in your salon, in your establishment, in your business. So my answer to uniforms, you all let me know how you feel about uniforms, or if you currently wear uniforms. Uniforms, it can be yes and no. It depends what you're going for, what you're trying to do. And once again, uniforms don't mean everybody has the exact same thing on. You can be very creative about it. Now, no, I'm not gonna ask you, hey, you gotta have black hair. I mean, it's the industry. So I wouldn't do that to anyone who is booth renting, or, you know, a contractor that is within my establishment. That's something, as of right now, me thinking about it, I wouldn't do. Okay, yes, I agree. I always have my shirt with my business name and black pants. Promote yourself healthy. This is what I've always wondered about the black thing. First of all, who said it should be black? Like, I just wonder, like, how did the wearing all black come about, especially in the beauty professional? Because I'm one that I do not like to wear aprons and such. And it does be everywhere, and it shows up on everything. And I'm like, who idea was this? Now, I don't have to wear black, but it's just something that I don't wear black every day in my salon. But it's just what I think about. Like, when I do wear black to something, if I'm going to do a demo, if I'm working, if I'm freelancing for a company, I freelance for a color club and different things like that. So when I freelance for companies, you know, I will wear black, show all the dust. And I'm like, who idea was this? Like, and I can't wear white because I'm a klutz a little bit. So yeah. All right. So that's my thing on uniforms. Now, when it comes to being professional, as in how do you handle clients, I seen this one unique post, and it was something along the lines of I love the idea of renters promoting their brand on a black t-shirt. I wear different colors, whatever matches my shirt, really. Yes, so when you are business owners, I think sometimes business owners, especially salon owners, sometimes they can see things, and I try to do it in a way because I want good for everyone. So if it was me, I'm going to make you do it. Like, I'm going to make you do it in a way that you're not even going to realize. Like, dang, she really making me wear this. But you're not going to feel a certain type of way about it because, you know what I'm saying, it don't have my brand on it. So if I wanted them to promote the salon that they're working in, as well as their brand, maybe the salon brand on the back and something here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be so creative. If I have any business owners on here, because what you have to realize, some people say, oh, well, I'm tired of dealing with this. You don't hire everybody. It does not matter if it's a contract job or not. You think plumbers that are contract, that's like a contract job. I mean, yes, they are employees at companies, but they contract. You think they just give contracts to everybody? They do not give contracts to everybody. They do not. So in the same form and fashion, you can have a hiring or contracting event, a contracting job fair to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I open up an establishment that's going to allow nothing but booth renters, I'm looking for certain things. I want a certain type of thing. If I want a makeup artist, I want one of the baddest makeup artists in the world. So guess what they're going to have to do? They're going to have to show me their work. Okay? So those are the type of things. So don't feel because you open a business and you just don't. First of all, what I always say is don't ever open a business depending on the bodies to come in there to make it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure you have like some sort of plan for what you're doing. But okay, so that's one part of professionalism. Another part of the biggest part of professionalism is how we treat people and how we do and how we communicate ineffectively or effectively with our guests. So I seen this one post that said something along the lines of, basically, the young lady had a guest. She was servicing her nails, and then there was another person waiting to be serviced. And the person that she was servicing, person A, was intoxicated or something was going on with her, and she started making racist comments. Okay, and then person B says, guest B says, well, you know, I'm gonna be right back. And she left and she never came back. That was the synopsis of what the young lady said. And I read the post and everyone on there said, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. Exactly. And I'm sure that she understands fully that at some point she has to take responsibility for that. But what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to understand is, nobody was gonna say damage control, and I'm saying nobody because y'all know I don't really comment on posts, so that's why I'm talking about it now. The young lady fully understands that, one, she's probably lost 2 clients, because I believe she said she wasn't going to take the other client back or something like that. I'm not sure, but the other lady, she said she had left her a long message. So what I need for us as business owners to understand is you got to know damage control. I don't care what the situation is. The young lady kept saying she understand it was her problem, but she just froze up and she did not know what to do. And that could have been anybody. That, you know what I'm saying? Anything could happen. We can all say what we would have done, and sometimes you just don't know if you're going to freeze up or not. Like, you really, really don't. But you should be prepared. If she was prepared, I'm not sure. I don't know. The more the story is, she froze up. She said she understands she got to do damage control. I assume that her damage control was to reach out to the lady. I don't know if she ever got a response from the lady. Okay, I'm going to read the comments. Z, I literally said that about opening my own salon. Yes, you have to have something that you're going for. And even if you just want to hire, if you want a full salon of beginners, that's fine. That way you can train them to what they should probably be to give them a good background. Like, you can do anything. I'm just saying some businesses are in the predicament that they're in because of self. That's all I'm saying. And yes, we do have to live and we do have to learn, but it's kind of like, well, what are you going to do? All right. So she was literally in shock. And I do believe that. But in the comments, all you saw was, it's your fault, it's your fault. She knows it's her fault. Tell her how can she fix it, and she probably can't fix it. So when you do damage control, which brings me, somebody sent a question on Instagram. What brings me to the point of, how do you do damage control? What do you define damage control? Basically, you have to, number one, acknowledge what happened. I think she did that. She acknowledged that, yeah, I know what was going on. I was trying to hurry up and get the lady out, but I froze. I just didn't know what to do. She didn't know. Okay, got it. So she needs to acknowledge that it went wrong. She probably needs to acknowledge and accept that there's a possibility she's lost 2 clients, because she said she's not taking the other one back, I don't think. And she don't know if the other lady is going to come back, but she did call the lady. So maybe she should try to add some type of service. She didn't say if she did or did not add a service. She just said she left her a long message. So you need to understand damage control, and this is why you have protocol and procedures of damage control. So even if she froze up, hopefully she had, whatever she said in her message was her damage control to help the situation. Okay? Now sometimes we may know damage control as when you see celebrities do stuff and they have to have a publicist come back around and say, oh, Mr. Smith really didn't mean it. He took it another way. That is damage control. They're trying to fix the issue. Damage control is basically fixing the issue, trying to make it better. But you first have to understand that you played some fault. You had some fault in it. And maybe her fault was she was shocked. She didn't know what to do. What I probably would have done, and it's okay. Let me say this. A lot of us feel a certain type of way when clients are in the chair getting service, and we feel like they can, because they're paying us their money and for that service. Sometimes some of us feel like they can do and say whatever they want in your salon. Absolutely no, they cannot. Because guess what? If you go in Walmart and become belligerent and cussing and all of that stuff, they will call the cops on you faster than you can blink your eyes. Okay? So please understand. You can say, could you not use such profane language? Or I have other guests. I don't want anybody to be offended. Or and she did say she tried to change the subject. But what I'm saying is, don't be a prisoner in your own business. You have to take some type of control. I understand you probably don't want to lose that money. I understand this. But if you keeping that money and you allow that person to run everybody else off, you will be in a situation of servicing this one person. And I hope that one person come every day so they can pay your bills. Okay? So don't become a prisoner in your business being afraid to address issues. And I understand it can be uncomfortable. You probably don't know what to say and you do not want to come off the wrong way. But at the end of the day, you cannot let your business go down because you failed to do something and you allow somebody else to continue to do something. So you have to address the issue. Which brings us to our next question. From Instagram, it was, should you ignore negative comments or should you respond to negative comments on social media? So you make a post and you start getting negative comments on it, okay? So one thing about it is when you make a post on social media, you're putting it out to the world. So you kind of have to be ready for what's going to come with that. I personally have had it happen on social media and somebody leaving a review. I know you want to clap back. I know that you do. And I'm just being honest about it. I know what you do. Because you want to explain your side of the story. Because it's your side, their side, and the truth. Okay? It's always that. But you have to understand. Me, I really don't care because I have a relationship and a rapport that I've built with, that I've branded myself to be knowledgeable, honest, hardworking. I've branded myself. That is a part of my brand. I've branded those things. So even if I did cuss somebody out, even if I did, I'm not saying it's okay, but even if I did, most of y'all gonna be like, ooh, they must have really did something to D to make her go off like that, especially on social media. So, I've had my work stolen and posted, and they was accepting appointments. And as bad as I understand that y'all want to go off, first of all, you gotta understand, we already talked about this. You have to, is it worth it? Is it worth it? When the girl posted my work, I politely told her, I said, hey, thank you for the promotion, with a smiley face. Thank you. When the lady came and got her nails done, she didn't say her nails was ugly. She said that the prices were high. No problem. You don't ever have to come back. I didn't say anything to her though. Because me saying something to her, yes, I want to tell her, well, ma'am, you came with ugly nails. You came for me to fix it. That's what you came for. You thought you weren't going to pay. I want to say that. I understand that y'all want to say that to them. Don't say it. Because guess what? Number one, she not coming back, and even if she want to, I'm not servicing her. Number two, it's not going to help me or her. It don't matter. Now she got some pretty nails and she gonna go tell somebody, I got my nails done at so-and-so, but she cost a lot. If nails is in that person's budget, guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna say, oh, where you got them done at? It doesn't, if it don't make me money and it don't bring positivity, I don't worry about it. And even if I want to act up and not on social media and call one of my friends' event, that's what I do. I just don't, because I think of the bigger picture, where I'm going and what I'm trying to do. So should you respond to it? Yes and no. Like, what you gonna get out of responding to it? And I do understand sometimes it's always the same internet troll under all posts. So like Delita said, in a professional manner, if you want to reply, then reply. Because there's always a professional way and words that can be put together to be so professional that the person don't even know that you just told them about themselves and gave them their whole life. Me, I don't put them words together like that. So, unless I have a complete, like, I sit down and really think about it. And by the time I sit down and really think about it, like, why am I replying to you? Like, what am I getting out of this situation? Nothing. So, delete the comment. I ran an ad one time and it was some old person, or it had an old picture that was like, ew, what is this? It don't matter what it is because you ain't paying for it or you're not getting it. Delete. Like, stop letting everything trigger and control you, and then you mess around and do something that it is very, very hard for you to come back from. Especially some of you that already have attitudes that think the world owe you. Like, some of y'all just disrespectful. Like, just plain disrespectful. It ain't nothing around that. You just disrespectful. And a lot of people can think they can be disrespectful like that because they have their own business. You need people for this business to operate. Okay? I don't care whether you mailing out press-ons to these people or these people are coming in and you are providing them with services or retail products. But you need people. You need bodies. You need something for people to buy, or you giving somebody for people to give you money. So please don't get it twisted that you run your own business, that you can't be, that it just all can't come to an end with the level of disrespect that some of you are. Not like y'all that's on here, but I'm saying y'all know how I talk. Y'all is in general, because some businesses are disrespectful. They just are. Okay, so she says, killing with kindness, it don't make sense, LOL. Yeah, so if it don't make sense, then no reply. But I do understand where you all coming from with Google. I don't know if I told y'all about Google. So some random person decided to go on Google and leave a review. This person has never contacted my establishment, never been to my establishment. And I sometimes believe that it's surrounding businesses that go on there and leave comments, or other businesses paying people to go on there. However, when I contacted Google about the comment, I'm going to tell y'all what it say. When I contacted Google about the comment, Google said it does not go against any of their policies. And I said, so you don't have lying in your policy? Like, this person, this is a lie. I've never serviced this person. And I guess they're saying that, oh, well, we don't know whether you service them or not. So, unfortunately, I could not get the review taken down. However, oh, well, that's cool. However, I did respond to it, okay? And I'm going to tell you guys what I said, because in this case, we know that a lot, I pick and choose what I respond to. We know that a lot of people look at Google for reviews, and that's my only bad review, and it's not the truth. So I did respond to it, and all of my other reviews are good. But one thing I do understand is everybody not for me. So even if it was real, I can't please everybody. Okay, so I understood that. So it is what it is. So this is what the review says. First, I called and asked about a picture. Listen, y'all, and this was a day I was sitting in my salon, and I didn't have clients until later that day, so I was doing stuff in the salon, and then I get this on the post. You didn't call me. Okay, so this is what it says. First, I called and asked about a picture that's on Google review, and then they didn't know what I was talking about. And then I asked if they're busy, and I felt like she brushed me off like I wasn't important, and I can bring a lot of money to their business. Word of mouth is everything. I guess I can find someone that wants to take the time and answering my questions, and I haven't even done business, and I have not even done business with them, so I only imagine what it's like to walk in there. So you left a comment and you said you haven't done business with me, and that's what I told Google. It clearly states that this person has never done business with me. So how is this not against your policy? So Google wasn't taking it off. Fine, cool, not a problem. I responded. Hello, we have not received a call about any of the work on our Google profile. Maybe the wrong place was contacted. However, you can give us a call and we will be more than happy to service you. That was that. That's that. That's all I said. I let people know that you never called me. Had you called me, I would have answered all questions. And if you do decide to call, I'll be more than happy to service you. So that's that on that. I'm not going to be bothered with that, because I know I didn't do it. I know that I'm not that type of person. And if I don't want to service you, I reserve the rights to service whoever I want to service. So that is when you do respond. Or I could have just left it, because my other reviews says clearly about what type of salon I run, how educated I am. So you do not have to respond to everything. But in this case, because of the stance that Google has in the community and on some businesses, then yes, I did reply to it. And that's how I replied to it. Can't be rude, but just because we provide services does not mean we should have to take disrespect from customers. Absolutely. You don't have to take disrespect from customers. You do not. Okay, so I Googled. According to the Institute of Beauty and Wellness, blacks gives the general appearance of a uniform, but is neutral and can be personalized. Black allows the focus to remain on your work and does not stain. Put some glue on it. Drop some glue on some pants, okay? You're going to have a whole patch. Nah. Okay, thank you, Miss Mary, for taking the time to Google that, because I was trying to figure out who idea was it for everybody to ever wear black and it'd be okay. So she says that according to the Institute of Beauty and Wellness, that's why they suggest people wear black. So thank you for that information. See, this is what Kluch News is about. It was something that I didn't know, and somebody has taken the time to educate us all why it's done. So yes, so to answer that question, to sum it up, make sure you put energy in something that is slightly going to make a difference. That could have made or broken the business, but I have other reviews on there, so I wasn't pressured by it. In the worst case scenario, take it off of Google. I don't know. I think you can close it down, but I don't know if the reviews ever go away. I'm not sure. But yeah, just be mindful of how you reply, when you reply. And first you have to ask, does it deserve a reply? Can I delete the comment? If I could have deleted the comment, I would have and not even worry about it. But I could not. Can you delete a comment or hide a comment off of social media? Depending on the most posts, I believe that you can. So just be mindful of that when replying to comments, if you're not going to reply in a professional manner. And I like to educate people sometimes. Like, a person called and asked me, do I do dip powder? And I told them no. And she went into why, and I told her why. So I educated you. You still don't have to come in here. But instead of going back and forth with you, I'm going to get you with education, let you know what I offer, and that's that on that. We not going back and forth. We not going to do that. So, that's my approach to dealing with people and things. And you have to understand that you are dealing with you servicing people, you dealing with the public. So there will probably always be that one situation that that takes you over the edge. But you just have to gain your composure and not be afraid to say something about it. That's like, for some reason, people are afraid to speak about money when they are booth rental or commission. For some reason, they don't ever understand how much they paying or how much they getting paid. So I don't understand. But don't be afraid to talk about it. Don't be afraid to ask you to come in or tell you when you got to come in and all that other stuff. Money and time, no. The article is also based on hairstylists and estheticians. Seems we just follow their standards. Yes, we have to create our own standards, and wearing black is not it. So yes. So would anybody else like to add anything else in on professionalism? What do you think about professionalism? And what I've also realized is, even in the is it called a white collar? Even in your I think it's a white collar. I don't know if it's white collar or blue collar. I'm thinking about crime though, so no, never mind. So even in your more professional business office, they have to wear heels and suits and stuff like that. Even with that, there is a lot more looseness in the colors that they wear. One time it was either nothing, champagne color or French or red or something like that. Now they wear colors like it was just blue jean looking color that was considered a neutral color. So the beauty industry has raised standards in other industries to say, just because I like my nails this type of way doesn't mean I'm not capable of doing my job. You understand? But yet and still, just as we as business owners, if we opened a salon or something like that, we want a certain statue. So when you go to these people's jobs and they say you can't wear pink hair, their vision is for these people, when you go in Walmart, they got on khakis and blue shirt. Everybody khaki might not be the same shade. Everybody blue might not be the same, but it's some shade of blue and some shade of khaki in your natural hair color. Now I do understand they be getting I can understand they getting a little outrageous, but if you can't follow them people policy, you need to go somewhere else where they're gonna allow you to wear what you're trying to wear, or wear something that you like you like, and vice versa. When you open a salon or you go to work in a salon, that person's vision is they're creating some sort of environment or whatever. So you have to be understanding of that. Like, and I know some people say society will deem you a certain type of ratchet, a certain type of hood, a certain type of you don't know because of how you may look. But society also taught you that you don't judge a book by its cover. So that's that on that. So be mindful of those things when you're opening businesses, when you're going into other establishments. And another thing is, when we're talking about opening businesses and being professional, understand that everybody is not able to be, I don't want to say a business owner, because I believe everybody can. I'm trying to find the right words because I don't know. For lack of better words, business owner or a leader. Everybody is not cut from that. Everybody is not. I know a lady who just closed down her barbershop, And she closed it down because she said she just got tired of being a business owner. She got tired of doing taxes and doing this and doing that. Now, can you hire somebody to do those things? Absolutely. She was doing those things herself. And she said that she just got tired of doing it. And so now she's going to work somewhere else in another establishment, work on commission, and she's going to close her business down. Now, she's done it for a long time. But I say this to say there are so many people, whether you getting out of school, you just sick of people. Like, sometimes some issues can be a push for us to do something that we want. And then on the other hand, sometimes if it makes me feel like everybody think they can just open a nail salon and run it, and it just be a total disaster. A total disaster. A total disaster. Now, I'm not saying you're going to open stuff and be error free. I'm not saying that. But some of this just be a complete disaster. So understand that sometimes we as people will be a part of somebody else's vision to make it happen, and it's okay. I believe that some people don't know how to accept that this lane is not for me. I tried this lane, it's not for me. Let me go do something. And you have some people, and what I see is older people who say they don't want to have a business. They just want to go to work and they want to do it. And for a moment when I was younger, I ain't that old, but when I was younger, I didn't think that I wanted a salon. And not that I couldn't do it, but I was okay working in an establishment with a team. Like, it was okay with me. So just be mindful when you're getting into those things and things of that nature. Because I've had plenty of people to say, like, you know, I want to be a part of it. And you can go in with someone. If you can find someone, y'all can do it together. And you can put the money up and supply the money and let the other business partner run it. Everybody can't run salons. You just can't. Everybody can't be a manager because they don't know how to handle people. They don't know how to deal with people. They don't know how to talk to people. And once again, it's all about whatever business you have. It's all about creating an experience. You have to create that experience, okay? So, yes. So, does anybody have anything else they would like to add on professionalism as it pertains to the nail industry? Yeah, as it pertains to the nail industry. Anything you would like to add? If you all have any other questions, those questions are also welcome. Anybody else? Any other questions? Or any other topics that you all have seen that I possibly haven't seen. But the biggest thing on my timeline was professionalism. Professionalism. I think somebody said being professional when you don't want to be professional. Being professional when you don't want to be when you don't want to be professional. That's when you have to know within yourself what battles you're going to deal with and what battles you're not. When you are at work, and you and your coworker does not have the best relationship. I've been through that. And I don't think I ever responded. I think I might have responded to it once. When I responded to it, I don't think anybody was in the salon and it was after hours. And I did not respond to it in the open. I responded to it in the back. The time before that, I just made a comment. It wasn't like a big thing. They made a comment to me and I politely said what I said back and that was it. It was no going back and forth. But the last time it was after hours, but nobody was in the salon. But even though nobody wasn't, because I wasn't sure, I didn't know if that person had finished up, I was still in the back. So I have had that happen, and remaining professional, it can be hard. And I just feel like if it's going to be said, it needs to be said in a manner that is not going to affect you. But if you're in that type of situation, you want to make sure that you leave that situation if that situation cannot be handled as an adult. Because nothing good can come from that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing good can come from you feeling horrible at loving what you do. Nothing good can come from that. So you need to address that as soon as possible. And if you are addressing that and you're ready to make a move, whether you're making a move because of that or you're making a move because you're ready to move, you need to get your things in order, making sure you have contacts with your clients. Because there is nothing like going to what you used to call working. The keys change, you can't get in, or you off one day and your clients calling you or texting you or reaching out to you on social media saying, hey, you don't work here no more. They said you don't work here no more, and you don't know nothing about it. See, that's what a lot of people do. But while you doing all that, you need to have some type of contact with these clients, because there's no way you mean to tell me you sit here and service these clients and you can't reach out to them. You have to wait for them to reach out to you. That's one of the biggest mistakes I've seen nail professional hairstylists make. Whether it's on their part because they got into it with a coworker or the owner or whoever, they always almost have not even 50% of their clients that they used to service. They have no contacts for them whatsoever. So when you do move, or if you have to abruptly move and just explain later and just be like, listen, it wasn't working out, so I just had to get out of the environment to provide the best services, render the best services, or what have you for them, and leave it at that. A lot of people don't have it. So wherever you work, even if it's for yourself, I don't care if you're a booth renter, whatever it is, you should probably have some type of contact for your guests that you're servicing. You just should. How would you handle another person in the same salon with you, owner or boss of business, being a negative Nancy? I would address it. Have a meeting with them and let them know. Because a lot of people, they come to work and whatever is going on in the outside world, they display that at work. So not to say that it's okay for them to do so, but that's what happened with a lot of people. They got stuff going on in their everyday life. They got stuff going on at home, and they bring it into the workplace. And that's why so many not regular jobs, but that's why so many office jobs and bigger companies have that mental health day, or they offer counseling, they offer this, they offer that. But I think you should have a meeting with them, and you should let them know, like, listen, I don't know if you know, but being in the work environment with you has been XYZ. It seems that you are always being negative. I don't know if that's really how you feel, if something's going on. I just want to bring it to your attention to see if that's something that you can work on, because it makes working in this environment a little awkward. It makes it difficult, and I want to bring it to your attention. Now, if they continue and it is something that you're not gonna deal with, then you need to leave. End of story. Playing with money. And because ultimately that's playing with your money, because you don't want to be there, so you're going to probably end up not coming to work, or only coming to work when needed. You're not going to sit in there and wait for walk-ins, or whatever you do. It's going to affect how you operate at some point in time. Maybe not right away, but probably at some point in time where you're going to find yourself not wanting to go there. So I would say have a meeting and let them know how you feel, what's going on, how can we make this better. If it continues, you probably need to leave. Because me, if I don't want to be there, I ain't going to be there. In the story. Especially not be there and be super unhappy. Listen, I already don't want to be here. Now, whether I don't want to be here because it's me, but I'm definitely not going to want to be here because of what you got going on. So, I say address it. Always address it. Alright, does anybody else have any other questions? Thank you for everybody who has shared the video. If you haven't shared the video, please make sure that you take the time to share the video. And make sure that you follow me on YouTube. Anybody have any other questions? If you're just joining, we're talking about professionalism in the workplace. If you have any other topics, please ask. Please comment. Comment below. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting messages. Nobody? That's it? I hope that helps you, Miss Lincoln. Buffering. Have you tried saying something to the person already? All right. So, if there are not any other questions, I thank you all so much for tuning in. If this live has helped you, please make sure you go over to Oshi, O-S-H-I, Salon, SALON.com, and sign the guest book. And let others know that, listen, this is good education over here. This is good grounds. We learn together. We talk together. We agree to disagree. All of that. All of that good stuff. And make sure you share the live. So, always remember to believe in yourself, because if you don't, no one else will. Remain persistent and consistent, and it all happens. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Kluch News. Make sure you look out for classes, products. Follow the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, because Kluch News goes live every Monday at about 2-ish, 2:30-ish, something around there. When you see the post about topics, make sure that you, if you have a topic, make sure you can comment below on that post, or you can simply inbox me if it's something that you don't want to be attached to because you're scared, you're afraid, or you feel a certain type of way about the backlash that may come for it. You can remain anonymous, and I will just discuss it as such. So if there are not any other questions, once again, thank you guys for tuning in to Kluch News. I'm giving y'all another minute to type if you still typing. Hello to everyone that's joining. So, couple of things. Y'all need to make sure that you remain in control of your business. Make sure that you are remaining professional. Pick and choose your battles. Make sure you subscribe to get the notifications. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. It's all Oshi Salon. And then there's a link on my page for YouTube, okay? So, thank you guys for tuning in, and you have a good day. Toodles.